Getting you ready for game time. Join me, Sal from Behind Your Basketball, as I announce play-by-play. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe, because now we're about to go live. Entering the pregame, we now present Sal from Behind Your Basketball. And what's good, everyone? Welcome in. Happy Sunday, and thanks for joining back in once again here to stream for this matchup. The Boston Celtics looking to see if they can take care of business tonight. Record of 20-5 overall, going up against the Washington Wizards. Washington, NBA's worst record at just 3-20 this season. Celtics are rolling, crushed Detroit on Thursday night, and looking to see if they can keep it rolling tonight for Boston. These are the two games that they got added to their schedule as part of the NBA Cup week with that open week. These games were recently added to the schedule around a week and a half or so ago. Welcome in, everybody, once again being a part here on the channel. Let's see what we got. James, what's good? Welcome back in for the Philippines, man. Anastasia, Jeffrey, Vegas. Glad to have you guys back in once again here today. And everybody playing for the Celtics besides Al Horford today for this matchup. Washington with quite a bit of players out. The former Celtic Malcolm Brogdon, he is out for Washington. Kyle Kuzma, Sadiq Bey, Corey Kispert, and a fifth player on the roster too, with Kaishan George listed out. So they got their hands full tonight here on their home floor for Washington. The Celtics, an absolute machine in their last game, and this should be a take-care-of-business game against Washington. Boston already 2-0 this season against the Wizards, 122-102 on October 24th in their second game of the season. Celtics picked up a win right before Thanksgiving, 108-96. Both of those games were at Washington. This is the third straight game at Washington, and then the Celtics will host Washington late stretch of the season in the final week on April the 6th at the TD Garden. And huge favorites tonight on the line for this game. Celtics a 17.5-point favorites. I haven't looked into much numbers for like over-under props and stuff. I recently just got home, but I was curious about Peyton Pritchard because he's been balling off recently. I brought up his prop total, and he's been going over constantly. Peyton Pritchard's gone over in the last 7 out of 8 games. The only game was the 0-point game against Milwaukee from December 6th. Other than that, this dude is balling, and his over-under player prop tonight, just 14.5 points. That is it. And I would strongly advise the over tonight for Peyton Pritchard. He is averaging 18.3 points per game in his previous 10 games. If you take away 2 of those games which had single digits, in the furthest of those 10 games, then he's poured in around 20 points per game or so for Peyton Pritchard in his last 8 that he is averaging. So he's looking for a huge game today. Fully healthy Celtics. As Jason Tatum, he is back in the lineup tonight. Al Horford, the only player listed out. If you're doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. So I recently got home, so trying to do a little bit of catch up here with a lot of the score updates. Pacers against Pelicans, that's the only game going on in the NBA. Pacers lead 42-34. Let's see what's going on throughout the NFL today. I was listening to the Patriots-Cardinals game on my way home, and yeah, what a nightmare for the Patriots. I don't think they're going to win a single game for the rest of the season, looking like a top 3 draft pick. And hey, I'm fine with that if they can get like a superstar wide receiver, some offensive line help in the offseason. Definitely be happy with that. And let's see what we got here for games this afternoon. Texans beat Dolphins. Huge win there for Houston. Dolphins not gaining any hopes to be a part of the playoffs, as that's a really tough loss for them. They dropped to 6-8. Jets and Jaguars in a battle between two teams that had 3 wins. Going into that game, Jets picked up the win 32-25. Cowboys shredded the Panthers 30-14. Ravens, they were like a 16-point favorite. They destroyed the Giants 35-14. That comes to no shock. The Commanders, though, by just won over the Saints 20-19 for Washington. And they keep their playoff hopes alive at a wild card spot up to 9-5. That would have been a bad loss if they had lost that game. Bengals survive against Tennessee 37-27. Bengals still in the hunt. And Chiefs able to beat the Browns, not by a touchdown. This time they beat them by 2 touchdowns. That's the biggest margin of victory this year for Kansas City, 21-7. They won at Cleveland. And then some really good games in this 4:30 p.m. late afternoon window. Bills lead the Lions 21-14 in the final 35 seconds before half. Eagles up against the Steelers, minute and a half left to go before halftime. They're 17-10. Chargers up against the Bucks 17-13. Colts lead Broncos 13-7. Cardinals hosting the Patriots as Cardinals leading 13-7. Yeah, big lead right there for the Bills currently. Connor on the stream, welcome in. Yeah, this one's about to start here. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe, as this game is about to start in around a minute or so. Will Jaylen Brown get 4+ assists in this game? I'll go with yes there. I think there's going to be a lot of scoring, so a lot of playmaking opportunities in today's game. So I would go yes for the over for Jaylen Brown for this one today. Yeah, Celtics first time around put up 122 against the Wizards. Wizards missing a bunch of players tonight. They have 5 guys listed out. Celtics are 17.5-point favorites, and everybody's fully healthy for this game. Jason Tatum's back. It's only Al Horford, the only guy who's missing. So yeah, very soon this will start. I guess they need a couple more minutes before this game will start, as we're just patiently waiting for this one to start here very, very soon. Yeah, best of luck out there to Ace. So, KD as well for over. Yeah, hopefully that hits for you. Best of luck there, brother. I really like Peyton Pritchard going over 14.5. FanDuel actually has him at 13.5. DraftKings has him at 14.5 tonight. And Peyton Pritchard's just lighting it up. He's got multiple 20+ point games. And whenever there's like an easier opponent, he's been able to score the ball at a much more higher clip. I think we're looking at a balanced game here. I like Derek White at over 14.5 tonight too for him. Feel like that's kind of low considering what he did against Detroit. He had a huge game, and he's really built confidence off that last game for Derek White coming in. That's a really low number for Sam Hauser. Just 7.5 tonight for Sam Hauser. Sam Hauser's available too. So he's going to get some shots up, and I would imagine that he'd be able to hit those shots. He is coming back, missing a couple games for Sam Hauser, coming back with a hip flexor issue for him, but he's available for the first time in like a week and a half tonight. Yeah, Jaylen Brown's been huge lately when it's come down to playmaking. I think it was the game against the Bucks where, yeah, they forced him to become a playmaker. And then the Grizzlies game after that, too. He was forced to become a playmaker. I thought he'd do it through the points against the Pistons, but he really had a great game playmaking that night against the Pistons. Player 3 is Peyton Pritchard. His over-under on DraftKings is at just 3.5 tonight for this game for Peyton Pritchard. He is an absolute cheat code when it comes down to making a barrage of threes. He lit it up last game against Detroit. He had just a monster game from the perimeter. Jrue Holiday, Derek White, Jason Tatum back in action tonight. Kristaps Porzingis, Jrue Holiday, the starting five for Boston with Jrue Holiday, Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Kristaps Porzingis going up against Washington starting five, Jordan Poole, Bub Carrington, Bilal Coulibaly, Justin Champagnie, and Alex Sarr, the starting lineup for Washington. Washington with 5 players out: Kyle Kuzma, Malcolm Brogdon, Sadiq Bey, Corey Kispert, and Kai George. Al Horford is out due to rest. So everybody available besides Al Horford tonight for this game. So this is like one of the better nights for the Celtics. Black Friday, they had everybody available against Chicago. They put up 138 in that game against Chicago when everybody was available. And I think they had a couple injuries too that happened there. I think that was the one that Sam Hauser went down, if I'm not mistaken, in that game. Celtics green uniforms tonight, white numbers, white letters, looking to take care of business against the Wizards here. Washington, white jerseys, the District of Columbia out in the front in cursive, red numbers, red letters for this matchup. A very, very tall task tonight for the Wizards here. Record of just 3-20, going up against the Celtics, 20-5. Number 3 in the NBA, currently behind Cleveland and OKC for their record. Rand, welcome back in. Thanks for joining back in here. Cardinals get a field goal, 16-3. Yeah, it's a tough one for the Patriots. That first drive, they elected to have the football first, and then they went down the field, and then they missed the field goal. It was like a 53-yard field goal. A-Tap, Lupe, welcome in. Thanks all for joining in for this one today as we're about to get ready for the tip here in just a moment. Yeah, I was scanning through. I really like Peyton Pritchard tonight for him at either 13.5 or 14.5 for him. He's had every single game in the last 8 games. He has scored around 18 plus, besides the Bucks game where he had 0 for him. Left to right in the floor for the Celtics, right to left for Washington, Porzingis and Alex Sarr. About to jump it up here for the opening tip. And we are underway, and Washington controls the opening tip. Wizards' first possession as we got underway for this one. Carlton Carrington moves it off to Coulibaly. Bounce pass out to the left wing. Alex Sarr backs his way in. Tatum shovels out on top over to Coulibaly. So they move it around the perimeter already. 2 in the shot clock, and Washington takes a 3 and they splash it. Bilal Coulibaly makes the 3. First possession now for Boston. Jaylen Brown at the left wing. Lobs it off to Porzingis at the elbow. Porzingis, turnaround jumper inside the key. Got it to go, up and in off the glass. Good for 2 by KP. Offense looking easy to begin. Both teams able to connect in their first shot from the floor. Coulibaly on the outside and moves it off to his teammate who drives inside the paint right over Porzingis with a left-hand layup. That is Jordan Poole, top scorer for Washington this season. Marcus in the street, welcome in. Thanks for joining back in from the Bahamas. Jaylen Brown, step back 3 in the air. Off the mark, no good. Tatum collects the rebound. And Tatum's pass missed the mark to Derek White, goes out of bounds. Yeah, just a bad pass, trying to be too fancy right there for Jason Tatum. Tried to go for a behind-the-back pass, setting up Derek White around the perimeter, and White wasn't anticipating it. It was offline to White, and it sailed out of bounds. Turnaround jumper by Washington. That missed off the glass. Tatum could not collect the rebound. Turnaround shot inside the key is good for the bucket by Alex Sarr. Looks like the Celtics came out playing very light, going through the motions right now, and they're getting pounded, trailing by 5. Tatum at the left wing, lost it, got it back. Very lucky there. Drives on Sarr right to the rim. That's goaltending. 2 points for JT, able to beat Alex Sarr to the cup as Sarr blocked it as it was already off the glass. It gets awarded for the 2 for JT. Well, just no defense in the first minute and a half here. Washington with a possession. They're going slower tempo than the Celtics right now, using a lot of shot clock. Pocket pass down low, off to the roll down. The layup's good by Coulibaly. 9-4 for the Wizards. Celtics with a possession. Tatum at the low block. Lob goes to Holiday. Holiday floats it up inside the key, or right over Poole. Scores for 2. Back and forth right now. Can somebody make a stop? Outside, perimeter 3. Coulibaly right down the chute. Rips it through for another big-time shot there. Washington is doubling the Celtics. Holiday post up down low. And going up, he gets followed by Jordan Poole. 2 free throws coming up here at the line for Jrue Holiday. Hey, welcome back in. Phil, welcome back on the stream. I did not see that, Jeffrey. I was actually out all day, but yeah, that's good there. Red Sox able to start to get together trades. Definitely need bullpen reinforcements for them next year. They made a couple of active moves here this offseason. First free throw, no good by Jrue Holiday. Second shot by Holiday is good. Five-point advantage for the Wizards. They step back, take the 3. It's another one that goes down. Coulibaly getting whatever he wants right now from the floor. This looks like practice shots. 9.5 in the first. Jaylen Brown finds Porzingis on the outside. Pops up, shoots the 3. He's got it. KP rips it down from the perimeter. Jaylen Brown with assist there. 5-point game. Skip pass out to the corner. Holiday picks it off. Here goes the Celtics up the floor, playing with pace. Jaylen flings it out left corner. Tatum steps into the 3, takes it, skidded off the rim short. Loose ball as it hits the deck out of bounds, and Porzingis last poked it out at the baseline. It will be Washington basketball. Jaylen Brown already with 2 assists to begin this game, stepping up in a huge way lately in his playmaking. Wizards with the ball, 5-point advantage. Coulibaly lobs it up over the top, deflected inside the key, and Derek White picks off the steal. White ahead of the pack here. He'll slow it down for his teammates, though. White, entry pass, lob off to Tatum underneath with position. Couldn't score as he missed it. Too strong off the backboard. Rare miss by JT there from point-blank range as Washington was late to cover. He got back right when Tatum was going up and forced him to miss it on one that he should have got. Tatum's pleading his case to the officials. He thought he got fouled there. He thought he got whacked at the top of the head, but we got Washington here shooting free throws on the opposite side as the Celtics picked up a transition take foul. So 1 free throw for Jordan Poole for Washington, and he sinks it. And the Wizards will get the ball with a 6-point lead. It looks like the Celtics right now are just going through the motions that they've taken a 3-20 Washington team rather lightly. That can't really be happening. Washington's been playing better. They lost by just 10 against Cleveland at Cleveland on Friday in the last game. Off the spin move, Sarr missed off the mark, no good. Tatum collects the defensive rebound, finds White crossing midcourt. Derek White spin as he attacks to the low block, puts up the jumper, kiss off the glass, scores, up and then off the backboard. Good for 2 for Derek White. Down to a 4-point game right now. 5 for 8 shooting for the Celtics. Got to play defense. Washington 6 for 8. Washington gets called an offensive foul for the Wizards. That was going to be 7 for 9 if they drilled the 3, but it'll go back to Boston here as the Wizards pick up an offensive foul charge to Alex Sarr. Celtics with a ball back. First 4 minutes through 8 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Derek White finds Porzingis, up fake, slides it over to Tatum at the right wing. JT crossover, drives inside the paint, right past Alex Sarr, throws it down with a two-handed flush by JT. Shifty right there for Tatum. Alex Sarr could not stay out in front, and JT just burns Sarr to the rack, soaring up and jamming it through. Jordan Poole at the left wing, a lot of dribbling across the floor, finds his teammate, spin move, Sarr, tripped up, fouled. It's on White. Inside the paint. Yeah, we're looking at this replay right now. They're showing the replay that Tatum just completely just went straight crossover at Alex Sarr, and Sarr could not lock him down, let Tatum just blow by him completely. Really good game script here for this to be an over type of game. These offenses exploding. Really efficient straight from the start. Jordan Poole at the right wing. Pocket pass, missed the mark. Jaylen Brown comes out with a steal. Brown, guarded by Poole, 1-on-1 at the left baseline. Brown swings it out on top. Porzingis, up fake, attacks the paint. Outside of Tatum. Extra pass made. Right corner 3. Drew Holiday. Off the mark, no good. A really good look by Drew. Unable to send it down, though. Here's a 3-point shot attempted by Washington. Derek White got a piece on that ball as Coulibaly missed it. Tatum has it, attacks the rack, dish outside. Brown dribbles, drives down the lane inside. He gets the layup. Slicing defenders, taking it to the rim for Jaylen Brown, setting the tone in this game to begin. And a 16-all matchup right now. Jaylen Brown, first bucket today, also with 2 steals and 2 assists. And we'll have the first timeout taken and the floor charged to Washington. Great find there for Tatum as he attacked, flung it out to the perimeter off to Brown, and then Brown just sliced defenders and was able to slither his way downhill and get to the rim and lay it up and in. Good balance for the Celtics here. 5 points by Porzingis. Porzingis absolutely lethal to begin this game. He scored a first bucket shooting over a defender inside the key, and then he popped up and took a 3 and sunk one down. 4 points by Tatum with 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 points for Holiday, and then 2 each by Derek White, Jaylen Brown, and Jaylen Brown 2 assists and 2 steals as well. Yeah, really good run here that the Celtics got. So, couple key plays, they just weren't locked in defensively. They were down early on. They were down 12-6. They got a bunch of momentum right now. They're on a 10-4 run. And it's basically been a one-man show for Washington. Bilal Coulibaly was attempting practice shots for him to start off this game. The Celtics were leaving him wide open, and now they got to adjust and make sure to get defenders contesting shots that he attempts. 11 points out of the 16 through Coulibaly. 4 for 5 shooting perfect. 3 for 3 from 3 for him. Jordan Poole with 3 assists. 2 points by Sarr. Hey, what's good? Timothy in the stream, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. We got a bunch of people on the channel right now. 80 plus watching. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. And Celtics lopsided favorites here for that poll. Make sure to vote in the poll if you haven't already done so. The Celtics leading that poll 96-4. That's probably the most lopsided poll I've ever seen before. And no shock about it. Boston 20-5. Wizards 3-20. Washington hung in against Cleveland. Cleveland was a 16.5 point favorite on Friday, and Washington lost by 10 in that game. And Porzingis going up against his former team as well. Knicks Mavs, last played for the Wizards. And now here for Boston, already winning a chip in his first season. Cynthia, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. 16-16 as we come back to action from the timeout. Peyton Pritchard, first time on the floor tonight. He has been just an absolute cheat code for him. Big time bucket for Peyton Pritchard this year. Major X factor for the Celtics. He picks up the main ball handler for Washington as soon as he reaches the midcourt logo with Carlton Carrington. Washington over to Sarr inside a key up fake. Takes the jumper over Porzingis. Banks it in, up and in off the glass. Alex Sarr now up to 4 points. Second made field goal of the game. Celtics with the ball. Jaylen Brown, 2 assists so far for him tonight. Brown bounce past Porzingis at the free throw circle. Porzingis off fake. Dribbles up. Porzingis jumper mid-range. Connects on it. Good for 2 for KP. 7 points right now for Porzingis. Lights out to begin this game. Jordan Poole, runner, missed off the rim short. Tipped up to Tatum for the defensive rebound. Tatum takes it up the floor. JT will slow it down at the right wing perimeter. Tatum, 1-on-1, he backs his way on Coulibaly. Tatum, low block, turn around, fall away. Tatum off the back rim, no good. Tipped up to the Wizards with Coulibaly for the defensive rebound. Washington with the ball, 18 even here. 5:45 left to go in the first. Runner inside a key, missed rim short, off mark by Carrington. Porzingis collected the defensive rebound onto the pack. Jaylen Brown, no good, missed the layup. A little bit too high off the glass, couldn't convert. I thought, looking at that breakaway, a one-on-one, looked like he was going to throw down a poster dunk on a breakaway, but decided not to and went in for the left hand, but missed it too strong off the top window. Jordan Poole, outside on top, finds Sarr, launches a 3, top of the key, missed off the mark, no good. Jaylen Brown collects the defensive rebound, outlet pass ahead. Right corner, Holiday, lob Porzingis inside, size advantage, kick out, corner, open 3, Pritchard. Off the back rim, no good, tipped up Porzingis, offensive rebound. Out to the top, Brown, wide open 3, got it. That is teamwork right there off the second chance points. Jaylen Brown rips it down for the 3. 21-18, Celtics on an 11-2 run. Last 3.5 minutes, Jordan Poole at the left wing perimeter. Jordan Poole sidestep to his left, moves it out on top. Wide open 3, Sarr, no good off the mark. Rebound collected by Tatum. JT crosses midcourt, approaching 4.5 left to go in the first. Tatum swings it outside to Pritchard before we'll have a reach and foul picked up, charge to Washington on the court. That's on number 9 is Justin Champagnie. So he's the one who picked up a foul, reaching in. Trappistine Hardcraft. I have not heard of that, Jeffrey. Troy, what's good? Welcome in here, bud. Celtics got a quick inbound, but it's an illegal screen set by Porzingis, so that's a turnover charged to the Celtics with Porzingis picking up an offensive foul. And not really much right there. He was wondering why. Johnny Davis was the one who was defending Pritchard, and Porzingis tried to free up Pritchard, but Davis bumped into Porzingis, but they rolled in an offensive foul. And then on the other side, it's a 3-point shot made by Jordan Poole. 21-21. Tatum attacks down the lane. No good, missed the layup. Tipped over to Hauser for the offensive rebound. And we do have a foul here on the floor. Coulibaly on the loose ball, as he was battling Porzingis on the rebound. It's on Coulibaly, who picked up the defensive foul. We're just getting started tonight. Great game so far. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Holiday shovels off to Tatum. Entry pass, Holiday, right block. Outside finds Porzingis where he's lethal. Pots up for the 3. Off the mark, no good. Jordan Poole collects the defensive rebound. Man, that is just asking for trouble when Porzingis is wide open and just pops up from the perimeter when nobody's on him. Alex Sarr, jumper over Porzingis, altered by Porzingis. Poor miss there by Sarr, hit the top right corner of the backboard. Pritchard, skip pass across the floor off the Tatum corner three, no good off the back rim. Just get it to the paint against this team. This Washington team having severe issues at the rim. If you're the Celtics, you got to get right to the rim against this Washington team. I was looking at points in the paint stats for defenses allowing points in the paint. Washington's at the very bottom, allowing an average of 58 points in the paint to their opponents this season. Pritchard up the floor, floats it out, same corner to Tatum at the near side, lob down low Porzingis, and right on cue, I just said it, just go to the paint, and there's been multiple entry passes in this game that the Celtics have had that's lead to buckets so far, and now Washington's got deep foul trouble. Alex Sarr just picked up his third personal foul, reaching in on Porzingis. So Sarr will check out tonight. That's a terrible sign. 3 fouls with 3 minutes left to go in the first. And Sarr has to exit out. So Sarr on the bench right now for the 7-foot center. And this should be just take it to the rack for the rest of this quarter right now, since Sarr is going to be on the bench until Sarr comes back, which is going to be in a while. Pritchard slides it off to Tatum, and he still attempt step-back jumpers. Tatum deep 2, no good. Offensive rebound, Hauser. Pritchard looking to get on the board, dribbles up inside the key, finds White. White on the catch, fires a 3, right down the chute, delivers. Derek White, bang, bang from the perimeter. Celtics with a 3-point lead. Great to see Derek White getting a shot off. That's now 7 assists for the Celtics to begin this game on 10 made field goals. Washington missed the jumper straight away. Tatum has it. Tatum accelerates, jacks up the 3. That missed poorly. Offensive rebound, Cornette. Cornette blocked from behind. And the basketball gets picked up by Coulibaly. Washington only down by 3 here in this opening quarter. Jordan Poole outside finds Johnny Davis. Davis mid-range over Cornette. Banks it in, up and in off the glass. 1-point game. Joe Mazzulla will take a timeout. Celtics kind of playing a little bit complacent right now with them. Just got to start to take this to the rack. Too many threes. Starting to play Joe Mazzulla ball when there's an obvious weakness where Washington's having a lot of issues defending the interior so far. 9 for 19 for the Wizards, 47%. Celtics 10 for 23. Celtics only 3 for 10, though, from the perimeter. So that is 7 for 13 from 2 so far in this game. Couple rare misses at the rim, too, that they should have had. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I've never... So Jeffrey was putting out Trappistine Hardcraft. Yeah, I've never been to that. So over in Wareham, like the south coast of Mass. Yeah, I'll have to check that out sometime. That's cool there, man. Yes, I've never heard of that. So that's a candy place, it looks like. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and a lot of people poured in. 100 plus right now. Just another Sunday here for some great action going on in the NBA. Pacers lead the Pelicans 42-34. Or no, I just updated. That is updated. 74-52 Pacers lead the Pelicans. Magic lead the Knicks 17-14. Yeah, my ESPN browser was stuck on the score that they had before, so I had to refresh the page. NFL scores going on right now. Buffalo looking for a statement game, 28-14. It's the Bills leading at the Lions right now. Battle of Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, the Eagles leading the Steelers 20-13. Colts up against the Broncos 13-10. Bucks lead the Chargers 23-17. Yeah, I was driving home around the Boston area this afternoon listening to like an hour to Patriots game. Didn't really look so hot or so. Patriots are not doing well at all. 16-3 Arizona, closing out the third quarter in that one. Yep, change it to the Celtics there. A pool party in Washington, according to HGA Sports Talk. Welcome back in, man. Celtics littered with three-point makes this season. Peyton Pritchard, number 2 in the NBA in three-point makes. He is 9 three-point makes shy of Anthony Edwards, who is the NBA leader with 105. Peyton Pritchard has made 96, which is tied with second most made threes in the NBA this season, alongside Tyler Hero, Donovan Mitchell in fourth with 94, Malik Beasley, and then Jason Tatum and Derek White inside the top 8 in made threes this season for the Celtics. Back to action. Derek White, Jason Tatum, Peyton Pritchard, Sam Hauser, Luke Cornett, the starting five. Tatum drives inside the key. Nice move right there to the cup. He scores with a left-hand layup. Just weaving his way all around that defense there for Washington. Just no rim protection. Alex Sarr on the bench with 3 personal fouls currently. Missed shot by the Wizards. By Coulibaly. Pritchard has it. Shovels off to Hauser. Hauser back at action. Step back 3 by Sam. Hauser. Bang, bang. He rips it down for the triple. Great to see he is back tonight. His over-under player prop for this game only at 7.5 for Sam Hauser. He could very well have a great chance to surpass that, and that's a huge reason why with that early made 3, Cornett collects the defensive rebound. White finds Pritchard to pull up from the parking lot. Missed off the mark. No good. That would have led to Washington to burn a timeout. 1:10 left to go in the first. Wizards with possession. Coulibaly drives on White. Bounce pass outside to the perimeter. Into the hands to Champagnie. Drops it off to the elbow, off to Valanciunas. Valanciunas, jumper over Cornett. No good. Saved at the baseline by Washington. Flung to the wrong player, though, as Derek White comes down with it. It's an early Christmas gift for Derek White. He finds Tatum. Tatum, one-on-one playing iso ball, working on Coulibaly. Tatum gets right past Coulibaly. Soars up and throws it down with a two-handed flush. JT starting to attack the rack, and the Celtics upping their lead. 31-23. 30 seconds left to go in the first. Washington with possession. Valanciunas, top of the key. Dribbles up to the elbow, guarded by Cornett. Handoff around the perimeter. Johnny Davis takes the 3. Bricked it off the back rim. Settled at the top of the backboard and out of bounds. It will be Celtics ball. Victor, what's good? Welcome in. Thanks for joining in. This stream right now is rolling. We get 120 plus here, folks. Let's go, everybody. 8-point lead for the Celtics, looking to build it up to double digits. Slow start for Boston, but they've got all the momentum right now. Tatum attacking the rack. The reason why Cornett sets the screen, frees up Tatum, takes the 3 and he knocks it down. Laser from downtown, and a big-time shot right there for JT. It's Boston by 11 as Washington unable to make the last shot to close out the end of the first quarter, and Jason Tatum in a big spurt in the final 2 minutes going off for multiple buckets. 11 points in 12 minutes in the opening quarter for Jason Tatum. Just buried his first 3-point shot in the final 10 seconds left to go in the first. The Celtics were down early on 12-6. They now lead by 11, 34-23. That's a 17-point swing right there. Very slow start. Washington was burying everything to begin, and then eventually able to make their adjustments, make things much more difficult on the Wizards as the Celtics defense came alive, and it's looking like it's the same tape all over again from Thursday night. Boston down early, slow start against Detroit, came back and destroyed the Pistons in the remaining part of the game. This looks exactly like Thursday night once again, just a different team, and this is a road environment that they're playing at. Tatum with 11, 7 by Porzingis, 5 points by Jaylen Brown, 5 points by Derek White, 3 by Hauser, 3 by Holiday. Cornett and Pritchard both played, yet to score so far for the two of them. Pritchard with 2 assists. Jaylen Brown's got 2 assists, so is Tatum and Porzingis right now. Celtics with 8 total assists on 14 made field goals on 50% shooting so far. And for Washington, it's been basically one guy. Bilal Coulibaly, 11 points. All those buckets were made early on. The Celtics finally were able to start to put bodies on him and contest shots, and now he's starting to miss shots. 6 points by Jordan Poole. Alex Sarr with 4. Alex Sarr's got 3 fouls, so he's going to be out on the bench for a while. He's not going to be on the court for a long time for Alex Sarr. Jason Tatum's got 11 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. So this is looking like a very likely double-double for Jason Tatum tonight. 11 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, no steals, no blocks, 1 turnover, 1 foul so far. He's 5 for 12 shooting, 1 for 4 from 3-point range for Tatum. Hey, what's good, Jungle Pitbull? Welcome back in here, bud. I'll be back in for my next stream on Tuesday, the NBA Cup championship game. That'll be the Bucks and Thunder. Feel free to join back in for that one. Pacers lead the Pelicans 77-61. Knicks up against the Magic 22-21. And we begin quarter number 2 in this matchup here. Celtics got all the momentum. 50% Boston, 39% Washington. Jaylen Brown on the floor with Luke Cornett, Peyton Pritchard, Derek White, and Sam Hauser. White, dribble handoff, drives to the low block. White outside, shovels off to Hauser, into the hands to Brown. Brown, bounce pass, low block. Cornett, turn around, knockdown, fouled. 2 free throws coming up here at the line for Luke Cornett for Boston. NFL going on right now. There's a lot of great games. I'll get you guys score updates for those. Bills lead the Lions, and Buffalo has the football inside the red zone as well of Detroit. 28-14 Buffalo at Detroit with 5 minutes remaining in the third. Colts lead Broncos 13-10. Eagles by a touchdown over the Steelers 20-13. Bucks lead Chargers 23-17. And the Cardinals are in the red zone against the Patriots 16-3. Yeah, I'm so glad I didn't watch any of that game. Only player that's missing is Al Horford. He's the only player that's missing tonight for the Celtics. Washington had 5 guys who were listed out tonight. Malcolm Brogdon's not playing for Washington. Top of the key 3, no good, missed off the mark by Jordan Poole, tipped up to Derek White for the defensive rebound. White slides it off to Hauser, laces up the 3, off the back rim, no good. Offensive rebound controlled by Cornett. On the outside finds White, catching fire, got it. Right down the chute, Derek White buries the 3. 39-23. This game is getting out of control right now. Washington struggling with perimeter defense, and that's the Celtics' strong suits. The Celtics burning the Wizards in that factor. Cutter, backdoor. Jordan Poole with an assist. Off to his teammate, who shuts it down with a dunk by Coulibaly. 14-point advantage for the Celtics. Brown, a lob. Off to Cornett. Cornett goes up. Cornett gets fouled. 2 free throws coming up. It's Johnny Davis who picked up the shooting foul. Coulibaly's up to, he's got 11 right now at the moment. Jordan Poole with 6, and then 4 by Johnny Davis. Luke Cornett shooting 2 at the free throw line, and the first one's good. Automatic on the previous 2, which he made perfect. 3 for 3 right now for Luke Cornett. He's getting a lot of really good minutes recently for Cornett. Like, the Celtics with just so much depth. It's incredible to see. Right now they have 8 players who's played, and the interesting part about it is the only player who's yet to score so far for Boston is usually the guy who's been poured in the points off the bench, Peyton Pritchard, an absolute bucket, but he has yet to score tonight. The rest of the 7 guys who have checked into the game have all scored for the Celtics. Down low, and the layup is made for Washington, number 16. That is Anthony Gill, who scored the layup. Pritchard slides it off to Cornett, hands it off to Brown. Brown dribbles up inside the key. Brown goes up, got it stripped, lost it, turnover. Washington with possession. Gill backs his way mid-block, finds his teammate on the outside. Jordan Poole just launching a wild 3, contested off a fall-away, so difficult to make. Missed it on the other side. Sam Hauser's got it. Just like that, showing you how to make a 3, doing it with ease. With Sam Hauser off the catch as he nails down the triple. 44-27. This game is getting real ugly right now. The Celtics are nailing down their shots, and Washington finds itself down by 17. This is just a really poor matchup. This Wizards team, just horrific this season, and just not able to keep up with the Celtics and the firepower that Boston has to offer. 7 different scores. Very, very, very soon they could have every single, or 4 out of 5 starters get into double figures real fast right now. 11 points by Tatum, 8 by Derek White, 7 by Porzingis, 5 by Jaylen Brown. Off the bench, Hauser's made 2 threes with 6, and then 4 by Luke Cornett. Celtics are 7 for 16 from the perimeter. Washington which they started off really strong, making shots early on. They're all of a sudden dipping down to 40% shooting. Yeah, Celtics with a couple days off of rest, and that's really helped them out. Jason Tatum, man, he's been awesome. When he's had like multiple days off for rest for Tatum, he has just been ripping it down, like on fire for JT. So I think the Celtics have played 3 games this season where they for Tatum he has played in 3 games this season where he has got 3 days of rest or greater, and for him he is averaging 35 points per game in those 3 games that he has had 3 days plus of rest for JT. He had 11 points in 12 minutes in the opening quarter for him. And Derek White having a really nice night so far. Great to see he's got his shot back. He's been quiet tonight in terms of shot attempts, but he's made every single one. He's a perfect 3 for 3 from the floor, 2 for 2 from 3, a plus 17 for Derek White. Luke Cornett's a plus 17, and so is Peyton Pritchard. So whenever Peyton Pritchard's been on the floor, they've led by 17. Or they've built up the points for him to be on the floor with a 17-point advantage. Celtics having fun tonight. What a draw they got. They didn't know. Nobody knew who they were going to get in this NBA Cup week. But until the week before, the draw was made, and it was the 2 bottom teams or so. And Pistons have actually been better than predicted for them this season. Pistons and Wizards. That's what they got for the draw for this week for the games during the NBA Cup week. These were 2 added games onto the schedule. When they released the schedule, it's 80 total games, and then whoever made the Cup would have those games to play for the Cup, and then the remaining part of the teams would have 2 extra games added on by the NBA onto their schedule, and the NBA drew Detroit and Washington on the schedule. Peyton Pritchard picks up the reach and foul as he was defending the drive off by Jordan Poole. Yeah, somebody yesterday in the chat was asking me, would you trade Derek White for these players? It was like a group of players from Golden State. Jonathan Kuminga was on that list as well. No way. No way. Celtics are running this back. They ain't doing any trades to any of these players that they have in this main grouping. Like, they go 9 guys deep. All those 9 guys are off the trade market. No way. Derek White turned it over in the backcourt. Once you get into the bottom tier of the roster, like Xavier Tillman, then there's a possibility that there could be a swap for another player or so, but the Celtics got to just run it back with this whole core, and that's exactly what they're doing right now. There's no way they're going to trade a valuable player like Derek White. Somebody asked me that yesterday, trading Derek White for a group of players like Kuminga was one of them as well. From what I heard in that in-season tournament game against Houston, they really value Kuminga over there at Golden State. But from what other people are talking about, they say that they're trying to pump up his value so they can ship out Kuminga to another team. But it's not going to be the Celtics, that's for sure. 44-27. We get back to action. Jaylen Brown with possession. 2 assists so far for Jaylen. He dribbles up, drives inside the paint. Jaylen, turnaround, mid-range. Over Poole, missed off the mark, no good. Valanciunas bobbled it, but his teammate able to pick it up with Carrington for the defensive board. Jordan Poole working on Pritchard, one-on-one. Poole almost lost the handle. Tip to the backcourt. And it will be a backcourt violation there. Charge to Washington. And Peyton Pritchard just stifling defense. Jordan Poole lost the handle of it. Yep, that's off of Jordan Poole. So Pritchard didn't get a piece of that to the backcourt. That was completely lost by Jordan Poole. So Celtics have it back off to Jordan Poole. Turnover. Runner inside the key. Missed by Brown. Tipped it by Cornett. Right to Sam Hauser for the offensive rebound. Hauser off to the cutter. White off balance shot. Gets fouled. 2 free throws coming up. Celtics just out manhandling this Wizards team right now. Everybody's having fun. Everybody's smiling at one another here for the Celtics. Dapping everybody up. They're having a great time right now. Yeah, Phil's been on here for a while. If you're interested in moderator status for Phil, feel free to hit me up right there. I think it's been like 2020, 2021 since you've been on the stream, so it's been around like 3-4 years or so, I think. First one's good by Derek White, 45-27. Second free throw is good. This is just really getting out of control right now. 11-2 second chance points. This is exactly what I thought this game would be, and Celtics taking care of business like they should be doing, which it's happening right now. Washington with possession. Carrington, pocket pass off to Valanciunas inside the low post. Right-handed hook over Cornet is good. Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Luke Cornet, Peyton Pritchard, Sam Hauser. That's the 5 on the floor currently. Pritchard yet to score so far. He's been the only player in an 8-man rotation who has yet to score. Brown had it poked out of his hands from behind. Out of bounds. Oh, wow. Patriots with a touchdown. Yeah, thanks for the update right there, Jeffrey. Oop, check that. It's going to be Washington basketball. Delayed call there by the officials. Initially, it was rolled off of Washington, but the officials switched it. They roll it off of Jaylen Brown out of bounds, so it's a Jaylen Brown turnover. Bounce pass inside the paint. Bad pass by Washington. Leads to the steal. Pritchard finds Hauser. Hauser inside the key. Kick out corner Brown. Pritchard wide open. Pritchard pulls up. Takes the 3. Bullseye. He hits it. Peyton Pritchard on the board. Rips down a triple. 49-29. All 8 players who have checked in have now scored for the Celtics. 8 for 17 in this game and 3-point shots. There's another steal by the Celtics with Jaylen Brown out to the corner. Pritchard pulls up again. Missed off the mark. No good. Valanciunas pulls down the defensive rebounds. Washington with possession. This has just been a really just odd game here, especially for the Wizards. They're just all over the place. A layup is good by Gill. Celtics with the ball. Peyton Pritchard. Capital One Arena logo. Lobs it off to Jaylen Brown. Brown backs his way to the midcourt. Brown backs his way inside the paint. Brown lost it, turns it over. 1-on-1 up the floor, working on Sam Hauser. Got a piece of it as he denies Carrington. Celtics collect the basketball. White finds Brown. Watch out. Brown soars up over the top. Had it poked from his hands loose. Last again. And it will go back to the Wizards. 18-point game. Washington playing a lot of hero ball right now. Jared Butler won a national championship with Baylor. Off to Gill. Gill from the corner missed the 3. And it goes back to Boston with the basketball. Peyton Pritchard attacks the paint. Pritchard circles around Cornet. Back outside finds Pritchard. Pritchard sidestep to his left with a 3. Right down the chute. Delivers. Peyton Pritchard. Bang, bang. Second made 3 of the night. 52-31 for the Celtics. Just a dominant opening half. And Washington will burn another timeout. Boston leads bench point 16-10. Peyton Pritchard making it look easy out there on the floor. That's the spark they need. Ron on the stream, welcome back in here, man. Wow, so let's see. I'm trying to catch up into the chat with you guys. So wow, so Sports Illustrated. I gotta take a look at that. Yeah, I hate all these like trade rumors and stuff like that. A lot of the stuff makes, like, no sense. Yep, 1 day ago, blockbuster trade proposal, according to Sports Illustrated, has Celtics moving Derek White. No way. Has Celtics moving Derek White for star? 4-star. What star? I mean, Derek White is an absolute legendary star for the Celtics. The all-time role player that doesn't complain and does his part. I'd rather have a player like that than a star player that has an ego and then takes all the shots away from JT and JB and tosses up bricks like Kyrie did. What star? Golden State Warriors receive Derek White. Celtics receive forward Jonathan Kuminga, guard Brandon Pajemski, and center Kevon Looney. I mean, what star is that? From what I heard on Tuesday, it was that Golden State was looking towards the future after Curry to be the main centerpiece for Kuminga. Like, that dude is super, super younger, so there's still a lot of growing that needs to be done for Kuminga in the NBA. He's really been able to grow this season for him, but I would not consider him a star. That's crazy. He was, because he was just so hyped up coming out of high school for him. He went straight to the NBA. He was supposed to go to Texas Tech, but he decided to go straight to the NBA right out of high school for Kuminga. He was a 5-star. So he was a 5-star out of high school, like one of the most pumped up prospects in a very long time for him, because he was like incredibly young for him. Yeah, there's still a lot of learning that Kuminga has to be done, because a lot of it comes with inefficiency for him. Like, he's such like an athletic freak. For him, he's got like all the physical tools, but it comes with a lot of like really tough shot making to watch, and the efficiency just hasn't been there so far in his career, because he started off as a super raw prospect for him. So we get back to action, 52-31 with 6:12 left to go. Washington with possession. Bilal Coulibaly had a good start into this game. Celtics have limited him lately. 11 points in the first 7 minutes to begin today. Derek White picks up a reach-in foul. Yeah, Kuminga's an all-time like 33% perimeter shooter for him. 15-foot jump shot is good by Alex Sarr. He's back in the game. He has 3 personal fouls for Sarr. 5:15 remaining before halftime here. Derek White slides it off to Holiday. Lobs it inside the paint. Porzingis back into the game. Turn around. Makes it look so easy for KP. 2 more to board for Porzingis. 21-point lead by the Celtics. My clock's a little bit fast right now, actually. It's under 5:30 left to go. Inside the paint, and it's a basket made by Champagnie for Washington. Celtics have the ball. Tatum slides it off to Pritchard. Pritchard with 2 main threes this time. Lobs it up over the top. Porzingis throws it down with a 2-hand alley-oop jam. Peyton Pritchard, great assist right there as Porzingis slipped past the defense and threw it down. 21-point lead for the Celtics. Washington with possession inside. Akia Carrington moves it out to the top. Champagnie. Coulibaly dribbles up. Low block over Porzingis. Missed off the mark. Cleaned up, though, by Sarr with a 2-hand dunk. Back to a 19-point game. It's been 19 and 21. It's been this range for the last couple minutes. White finds Tatum at the top. Tatum lobs it off to Porzingis. Porzingis bobbles it, got it back. Bounce past Tatum. Top of the key, JT. Guarded 1-on-1 by Alex Sarr. Step back 3 in the air. 30-footer missed by Tatum. And the rebound ripped away by Champagnie for Washington. Finds his teammate up the floor. The runner is good by Jared Butler as he sorted over the top of the fingertips of Tatum, able to get it a drop for the layup. Tatum has it here. Edge of the Washington Wizards logo past midcourt. And away from the basketball, Washington picks up a foul. That's on Coulibaly, away from the play. Celtics with 3 guys already in double figures. 11 each by Tatum and Porzingis. White has 10 on perfect shooting splits as well. 3 for 3 and 2 for 2 from 3-point range. Derek White will shoot 2 now at the free throw line, so they're over the limit for Washington. That's their 5th in the quarter. White missed the free throw. So whoever's calling the game, Jeffrey puts out for the announcing crew calling the game, saying the Patriots' Drake May does not look like a rookie. Yeah, he definitely looks like a seasoned quarterback last couple of games that he has played in. They got their gem at quarterback. Now it's just building around him. They got to get rid of Vidarian Lowe. He is horrific. The Patriots would have won a couple of their games if it wasn't for Vidarian Lowe. I've never seen an offensive lineman that bad before in my life. Like, terrible. Like, I was listening to the radio because I was driving home from the Boston area this afternoon. I listened to the first hour of the Sports Hub for the Patriots-Cardinals game, and there were multiple penalties charged to Vidarian Lowe on the Patriots offense. It just horrific. A couple of games ago, too, he had a couple plays that they took away touchdowns from because he was so bad. Drew Holiday will shoot 2 at the free throw line now for Boston. Everybody working out balance here in this game. First free throw is good by Drew. Drew is up to now 4 points tonight. Luke Cornett checks in. They've gone with an 8-man rotation right now. Patriots trailing 30-10. Arizona just got a rushing touchdown with 3.5 minutes left. James Conner up the middle, 1-yard touchdown rush. Arizona 30, Patriots 10. Second free throw by Holiday. That is good. 19-point lead again. Ooh, no. Porzingis heads underneath the tunnel. Not sure for what, but Porzingis is checking out of this game, heading towards the tunnel. If I find anything, I'll let you guys know. On halftime, I'll see if there's anything going around on Twitter, but Porzingis has just went underneath the tunnel, heading to the locker room. So that means that Luke Cornett is now on the floor. Washington, a couple misses down low with Champagnie. Man, he just can't stay available on the court. It happened a couple weeks ago, too. Porzingis checked out. And then I think he came back into that game. That was the same game that Sam Hauser got hurt and missed a couple of games. Porzingis checked out, and then he came back in. But heading towards the tunnel, I'll see if there's anything, any updates there. Washington called in the backcourt violation, lost the ball, went past the midcourt line, and that's the second time that's happened tonight. Alex Sarr lost the handle, his turnover again for the Wizards. Wow, the Bucks really taking it to the Chargers. 36-17 Tampa Bay. I'll give you guys the scoreboard updates once we get into halftime. We're under 3.5 minutes left until halftime. Celtics with an inbound, Drew Holiday. At the right wing, bounce past Tatum, dribbles up inside the key, turnaround jumper, mid-range. JT, no good off the mark, tipped up the Cornett. Offensive rebound, couldn't put it back up and in, but he did get fouled. So 2 free throws here coming up at the line for Luke Cornett. Been a specialist in making these free throws for him. First shot by Cornett, right down the middle. 20-point lead for Boston. Yeah, I didn't even see what play it was on for Porzingis. Yeah, nothing yet for any updates for Porzingis. Cornett came up empty on the second free throw. 20-point lead, Wizards with possession. Sarr. Bounce pass, top of the key. Jordan Poole defended by Pritchard. Step back 3 in the air by Poole. Over Pritchard. He swooshes it. 59-42 with 2:50 left to go. Tatum on the floor with Cornett, Brown, Pritchard, and Holiday. Tatum dribbles up, low block. Tatum, no good, missed off the side of the glass. Rebounded, controlled by Cornett. No, another chance. Pritchard's 3 came up short. Off the fingertips of Tatum, and Washington comes down with the basketball here. Outside to the perimeter, Coulibaly. Pushing it along Sarr, flings it off to the 2-on-1, and it's thrown down by Julian Champagnie. Timeout on the floor by Joe Mazzulla, 59-44 as we head to the timeout. 15-point game with 2:19 remaining before halftime. All right, so Washington on a little bit of a run. I'm going to see if there's any updates here for Porzingis. He went underneath the tunnel to the locker room, so that's all that the cameras caught on him. I didn't see anything that appeared to be like any injury or anything, but Okay, so Underdog NBA putting out 2 minutes ago, status alert, Kristaps Porzingis' foot headed to locker room Sunday. So Underdog NBA tweeting out in parentheses foot for a foot injury for Porzingis. If there's any more updates with reporters they see on Twitter, I'll let you guys know. Okay, so now I'll get into the scoreboard here since we're on the timeout. Broncos look good, leading the Colts 24-13. It's going to get tougher for Indianapolis to make the playoffs. Denver getting closer to securing a wild card spot. Bills lead the Lions 38-21. Eagles up against the Steelers 27-13. Cardinals crushing the Patriots at the 2-minute warning in the fourth quarter. It's 30-10 Arizona. And then the Bucs are destroying the Chargers 37-17. That Chargers team, in my opinion, is very, very overrated. I picked the Bucs to win that game for my pick'em this week. And Bucs are up by 20 with under 8 minutes left to go in that game. $59-44, 15-point game here. Tatum slides it off to Cornette into the hands to White. Lobs it over to Tatum with position. Cuts behind the defense and scores for the easy two. 61-44. Quick three by Jordan Poole as he pulls up from deep and he missed it. As that ball was only touched by that possession by Jordan Poole himself. That is not called teamwork. White lobs it off to Holiday. Holiday backs his way inside the paint. Drew over Jordan Poole, scores for two. Teamwork. 63-44, helping out the cause here. Washington with possession. This time a teammate gets the touch. Poole able to lob it off to Sarr around the perimeter. Sarr, top of the key. Hand off to Champagnie, pushing it out to the left corner. Carrington, corner, three, wide open, splashes it. 16-point game, minute 20 left to go before halftime. Drew Holiday dribbles up free throw circle, up fake for him, takes the jumper, 15-footer, looking easy right there for Drew with a bucket. Everybody providing balance tonight in this game. We'll go over the box scores. We get into halftime. Layups made for the basket there for Alex Sarr. Celtics have the ball back. Jaylen Brown attacking the paint off to a White. Back outside of the perimeter off to Brown. Brown dribbles towards his left, top of the key off the screen set by Cornette. Brown slides it off to his right. Tatum lob down low. Cornette off fake with some space underneath. Couldn't finish, but he will shoot two more shots at the free throw line. Well, he is getting his way tonight when it comes down to multiple free throw trips for Luke Cornette. Just a little simple up fake right there to get a defender to bite, and then he goes up right over the top on Justin Champagnie. Gets clipped by Champagnie. It will shoot the two free throws here for Cornette. Luke Cornette at the free throw line. First one no good. He is 5 for 8 right now on free throws. Yeah, I agree there, Lupe. KP should have sat this one out. There's no reason why they needed to play everybody today. Al Horford got a night off due to rest tonight, but based on how these two teams are coming in, Washington had 5 players listed out that I would imagine that they should have rested Porzingis. Corner 3, and it's good. Rattles in for Washington by number 8, Carrington. Making things a little interesting here. 13-point game. 20 seconds left to go before halftime. Derek White going to slow it down. 3-second differential shot clock and game clock. Derek White. 8 on the shot clock. Dribbles up top of the key. White lobs it off to Tatum. Waiting seconds remaining to close out. Go to halftime. Tatum jumper. Deep 2. Connects on it. It's good by JT right before the buzzer. 67-52 as we close out going to halftime, and the Celtics finish off the final possession on a quality one. Jason Tatum right before the buzzer able to sink it down at the right elbow. It lead his team up by 15 entering half. Just all around excellent game once again, transitioning what they had going for them on Thursday right into Sunday for the Celtics team. Exactly what they should be doing today, taking care of business, and they're doing it against this Washington team. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Jason Tatum, midway to 30, he's got 15. 8 rebounds, 2 assists for JT, playing 18 minutes in the opening half. Porzingis with 11, 10 points by Derek White. White's perfect from the floor, 3 for 3 on 2 for 2 from the perimeter. Jaylen Brown with just 5 tonight. He does have 3 assists and 2 steals alongside 2 rebounds. Drew Holiday, 9 points for him. Off the bench, Sam Hauser's got 6. Peyton Pritchard with 6. And then Luke Cornett has 5. 7 rebounds for Luke Cornett as well. For Washington, 2 players scoring double digits. Jordan Poole, Bilal Coulibaly, both with 11. All right, Porzingis limped to the locker room for him. He's played just 7 games this season, left with an injury in 2 of them for Porzingis. Went to the locker room. According to Underdog NBA, it's in parentheses a foot injury. Nothing yet from any reporters, though. I'm trying to check Twitter to see if there's any updates from reporters, but nothing going on right now for updates. Pacers looking good, leading the Pelicans 113-93. Knicks up against the Magic 44-37. Tipping off any moment will be T-Wolves against Spurs. NFL scores. Bills leading by 10. Still a lot of time remaining against the Lions. Buffalo 38, Detroit 28. Hopefully you took the over in that game. Eagles by 2 touchdowns, leading the Steelers 27-13. Cardinals by 13 over the Patriots, 30-17. And then the Buccaneers are shredding the Chargers 37-17. Not a bad game from Drake May. Efficient with his completion percentage. 19 for 23. Touchdown pass. Does have an interception, though. Touchdown went to Demario Douglas. Also, Drake May with a rushing touchdown as well. So Drake May responsible for both touchdowns for the Patriots. Let's see. Touchdown Patriots. Drake May, 5-yard touchdown rush. Extra point by Joey Sly was good. Yeah, Bills look pretty darn good for them. They lost to a red-hot Rams team last week. That Rams team is going to make the playoffs. That team is surging. They got a fully healthy Cooper Kupp and also Puka Nacua back. They started off slow with injuries, and then Kyron Williams has been a beast in the running game. He's combined for almost 60 total rushing attempts in the previous 2 weeks. Man, what an embarrassing season for the ACC. Stonehill almost beat Boston College this afternoon, 73-69. Boston College had already lost against Dartmouth, the Big Green, this season. Just a really terrible year for the ACC in its entirety. I gotta see because I haven't taken a look at what my pick'em has been for my stats or so, but I think I did a pretty darn good job this week for my pick'em. I think I might have got one or two wrong for the week so far. Yeah, it says I'm on fire. Yeah, right now 7-2. I took the Dolphins against the Texans because that was must win for Miami, and they lost that game. But I think I've got all the leaders right now. Oh, besides Detroit, I did take Detroit over Buffalo. So the Bills are leading 38-28 with under 12 minutes left. There's still a lot of time in that game. A 10-point game with under 12 minutes left. Still plenty of time in that game. Bucks looking really good by 20, leading the Chargers. Cardinals just won against the Patriots. That game is wrapped up. Arizona picks up a big win. Yeah, that Rams team is really dangerous for them. They beat Buffalo last week. That's a team that nobody wants to play. Yeah, great question. Do I think Jason Tatum will get close to 30 points? I think there's a possibility there for him tonight. The only thing that might hold him back is that this game might start to become a blowout. That's the only thing. So he's got 15 right now. He's halfway to 30. He's putting up big numbers whenever he's had like 3 days plus off for him. But the only thing that's gonna hold him back is if the Celtics come out knocking down shots in the second half, then. And if it's by other guys, not named Jason Tatum, that might hurt him from getting 30. I think Jaylen Brown's got to get more. I think they're going to start to see if they can attack downhill and play through Jaylen Brown in the second half because he's only got 5 points right now. He wants to improve that number to a much, much higher number for Jaylen Brown. Hey, what's good, Uncle Pizzle? Glad to have you back in, man. Yeah, Porzingis went to the locker room. Okay, Celtics tweeted out right heel pain. Questionable to return for Porzingis. So that's the injury designation. Kristaps Porzingis, right heel pain. According to the Celtics injury report, he is questionable to return. I think there was a game a couple weeks ago that he left to the locker room and then he came back in the second half for him. Like this one, this game they're up by 15. There's no reason why he should be returning in this game. Brutal for the Patriots. 30-17, Arizona wins. They just posted 3 minutes ago on their Facebook page. And the number 2 reaction besides the like button over on the Patriots Facebook page for the final score is the haha. It's just been a shame this year. I think there's a good chance, honestly, that Jerron Mayo does not come back next year. Yeah, I agree there, Phil. I guess they had it like set in stone like 5 years prior to when Belichick finally decided All right, it was actually Kraft's decision to move on from Bill Belichick that they had it like 5 years prior that Jerod Mayo was going to be the next head coach. And yeah, this ain't working so well right now. Yeah, next year is going to be the telling year. It's sad. Like, I didn't think the defense would be that bad. Yeah, thanks for joining in TMCK in the stream here from Scotland. Appreciate you here for finding my channel. If you guys are new to the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, or ring that notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified for future live streams. Bears tomorrow night, they take on the Vikings. I think that's going to be a tough one tomorrow night for Chicago. They yet to win a road game for them, and it seems like the locker room has just been lost for them. But only possibility is that if they force Sam Darnold to have an off night and he throws like a bunch of interceptions. He's been playing pretty well this year. He's had a couple blips though for him. They're gonna have to play their best game. Like they're gonna have to play how they did on Thanksgiving, minus the final minute with that whole giant just mess up of a coaching disaster that was, because they could have had it against the Lions. Falcons Raiders, that's the other game. Wow, so there's 2 games tomorrow night for Monday Night Football. Yeah, hoping that Jaylen Brown can have a huge second half here for him. Didn't really have a great game either, scoring-wise, against the Pistons either. 3 steals, 3 assists, 2 rebounds, just 5 points for Jaylen Brown. So I think he's going to start to... They're going to start to get him involved and see if he can do what he does best, attack the rack and play downhill in the second half. Aura, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by in the channel. We got a bunch of people poured in. We got 150 plus right now. If you guys enjoy the stream, keep on smashing that thumbs up. Helps out this video a ton. Being found on YouTube. Legends tonight here on the channel. And I'll be live for the next one on Tuesday, the NBA Cup Championship game. It will be the Thunder against the Bucks. Celtics with some really good balance so far. Tatum with 15, 11 points by Porzingis, though. He's questionable to return due to right heel pain for KP. 10 points for Derek White. He's found his shot tonight. That's only on 3 for 3 shooting from the floor. So I would imagine this second half that Derek White could pop off and drill down a bunch of shots for him. So if there's a guy that can come out here and knock down a bunch of shots, he's really got into a rhythm, that would be Derek White in the second half. He did that against the Pistons too in half 2 on Thursday night. 9 points for Jrue Holiday. Give him some more, give Jrue Holiday a couple more opportunities, because you never know when there'll be another opponent like that Grizzlies team did from 8 days ago that forced the Celtics to play make out to the corner, and for Jrue Holiday to attempt a bunch of corner threes. Just see if Jrue Holiday can knock those down. Be a big up right there. that's able to happen, really would help out Boston's case. Here we go, back to action. Tatum on the floor with Brown, White, Cornet, and Drew Holiday to start off the third quarter. Celtics with the opening possession, right to left on the floor. White lobs it inside off to Brown. Brown underneath finds Cornet. Cornet goes up, missed the layup off the glass. Too strong and got knocked out of bounds off Cornet. As the Celtics begin with a missed shot and the basketball going out of bounds off of them. First possession for Washington. Bilal Coulibaly, Alex Sarr. Jordan Poole, who floats up the runner over Cornet and hits it. 13-point game. Carrington's on the floor. Kick out corner. 3. It's good for Drew Holiday. That's his first made 3 of the night right there. Exactly what I said like a minute ago. Get him some more opportunities to see if he can start to like up his game from the corner for Drew. He didn't have a great game efficiency-wise against Memphis from 8 nights ago when he was forced to those corner threes. But that's a good start right there. Building a corner 3 by Drew Holiday. Brown has it up the floor off the rebound. Jalen backs his way on Champagnie, who's the 5th player on the floor currently for Washington. Turnaround jumper inside the key, missed by Jalen. It was halfway down but rattled out. Cornet battle for the rebound as Washington picks up a loose ball foul. And this will result in the Celtics inbound. Cavs fam, welcome in from Hawaii. Thanks for joining in. Jason Tatum's going to go to the free throw line here and shoot 1. And the free throw is good. So Washington gets rolled on a technical foul. Not sure where it happened, though. Yeah, they're not showing where that technical happens for Washington on the replay. Something must have been said, though. And the Celtics get the basketball back off the inbound. Jaylen Brown backs his way. Missed it from point-blank range over one defender. As Washington has possession back. Jordan Poole working on Holiday around the wing of the perimeter. Poole here switched guarded by Brown. Poole dribbles up at the free throw circle. Jordan Poole gets bumped into and fouled by Jaylen Brown before the shots. Yeah, he's having a tough time making shots tonight. He's missed his first 2 to begin this quarter, so he's stuck at 5 points right now for Jalen. Inbound for Washington. Outside the Poole, off the screen, pulls up for a 3, missed off the mark, no good. Brown collects the defensive rebound. Jaylen Brown crosses midcourt right now. Spin move, gets past one defender, dribbles up inside the key. Brown, dish outside, intercepted by Washington as Brown turned it over. They got a 3-on-2, catching the lob for Washington underneath. The pass broken up by Tatum, but the Wizards keep the possession. Champagnie pulls up from deep, and he rips one down. 71-57, hanging in by 14 for Washington. Celtics with possession. Washington 8 for 22 from the perimeter. Celtics 10 for 22. Tatum, step back 3 in the air. Top of the key, missed rim short. Rebound secured by Champagnie for the Wizards. Jordan Poole lobs it off to the elbow. Champagnie kick out to the corner. The 3-ball missed off the back rim, no good by Coulibaly, and it goes out of bounds off Washington. Yeah, both of these teams struggling to knock down shots. A lot of iso ball being displayed here in the early stage of this third quarter. Celtics with it back. Jason Tatum crosses midcourt. Tatum, head full of steam, pushes off, offensive foul. Jordan Poole takes the charge, and it will go back to the Wizards. No flow going on right now. This has been just really choppy. Like, these two teams are having issues settling in to begin half 2. Tatum picks up the reach and foul. That's back-to-back fouls by Tatum. He's got to know better right now. That's his 3rd personal foul of the night for Jason Tatum now. Man, this is just all of a sudden got choppy. Inbound for the Wizards. Jordan Poole. Hand off to Coulibaly. Coulibaly drives over Cornet. Missed off the mark. No good. Putback chance. Missed off the back rim. Offensive rebound. Put back off the front rim as there were 3 chances there for the Wizards. Marvin Bagley III couldn't knock down any of those from point-blank range. Jaylen Brown, his 3 off target. Derek White battle for the rebound. Got tripped up as the Wizards pick up a foul. Oh my goodness. Every single 15, 20 seconds there's a whistle. Or a missed shot constantly. Gee. Justin Champagnie with a loose ball foul. Tatum, Brown, Holiday, White, and Cornet, the 5 on the floor. Tatum lobs it off to Drew. Holiday at the elbow. Holiday, 1-on-1, defended by Poole. Holiday lost it. Turnover. It's a steal by Jordan Poole inside the key. Washington hanging in, down by 14. Jordan Poole accelerates, dribbles up mid-block, kick out corner for an 11-point game. No good, missed off the back rim. And either way, Washington stepped out of bounds, their back foot out of bounds. Wow, what is going on here right now? These two teams cannot settle in. Bradley, what's good, man? Welcome back in here, bud. Turnovers, missed shots. We're seeing it all right now in this third quarter. Nobody can settle in. 11 turnovers by Washington, 8 by the Celtics. Derek White, now the ball handler. White dribbles up to the elbow. White, crossover. Outside finds Holiday. Holiday lost the handle, turns it over. Here goes Washington, a 3-on-2 up the floor. Blocked by White, not clean though, as the referees roll the shooting foul. Champagnie will shoot 2 shots at the free throw line for the Wizards. That was going to be a great defensive play. That looked pretty clean on that replay. Wow. That looked really, really clean in that replay by Derek White with perfect defense. And Champagnie will shoot 2 shots here at the free throw line, and Jaylen Brown just not right tonight offensively. Only 5 points for Jaylen. And he's in the game currently for the time being, but Sam Hauser checks in. Peyton Pritchard checks in. And Jaylen Brown is on the bench, so is Derek White. So Jaylen Brown and Derek White just both checked out as the 2 6th-man guys. Peyton Pritchard and Sam Hauser are both in. It's Tatum, Pritchard, Hauser, Cornet, and White, the 5 on the floor. Tatum bounce pass Hauser, lace up the 3, blocked from the side. Washington now with the ball. Under 8 minutes left to go in the third. Jordan Poole bursts the speed, defended by Pritchard. Poole takes it to the mid-block. Rudder off the mark, no good. Tipped by Hauser to White for the defensive rebound. Derek White running the point off the Tatum, top of the key. Tatum stuck at 15, finds White. White at the left wing perimeter. Derek White, 1-on-1, laces up the 3, off the mark, no good, and a rebound secured by Washington. Yes, we have a foul picked up on the floor, and it's on Carlton Carrington on the loose ball foul, trying to box out Cornet. This is sloppy. Celtics with only 4 points total in this third quarter. Almost in the first 5 minutes of the third. Inbound goes to Pritchard. 7 points by Washington to begin his third. Pritchard, top of the key. 1-on-1. Up fake Pritchard. Outside finds Hauser. Hauser dribbles up to the elbow. Hauser deep 2. Off the rim. Short rebound. Ripped away by Champagnie for Washington. Only a 12-point game right now. Wizards looking to take it within 9. And they missed the 3 off the back heel. Tatum collected the defensive rebound. No points for the Celtics in the last 3 minutes and 40 seconds. 7 minutes left to go in the third. Derek White dribbles up, drives inside the paint. Runner missed off the rim short. And the rebound controlled by Washington. They whip it for the full court outlet. And they throw it down with a 2-handed flush. It is Bilal Coulibaly who gets his team back within 10. And you got to think about taking a timeout right now if this keeps on happening. The Celtics with just 4 points. Almost midway through this third quarter. Pritchard dribbles up, drives, floats it up over the top. Tatum throws it down with authority right there as the Celtics go up by 12. Or that's Luke Cornet able to throw it up over the top. Yeah, Cornet was the roller right there. Yep, Cornet was the roller with a flush. 73-61. Number 40, Luke Cordat, able to throw it down. Sneaking around, missed the layup, no good by Bagley. Rebound secure by White. Derek White with possession. Outside finds Tatum. Tatum steps into an open three. Got it. Here we go. JT ripping it down for the triple. 76-61 Boston all of a sudden. They finally found their rhythm. JT is up to 19 points. Bagley shuts the door with a putback jam. All right, scoring starting to pick up here. Peyton Pritchard running the points. Pritchard dribbles up, drives inside the key, skip pass, left corner. Sam Hauser, pure stroke. He hits it. Bang, bang for Hauser from the left corner. Great skip pass with an assist there by Peyton Pritchard. Hauser already surpassing his player prop of just 7.5 points tonight, having a great game off the bench for Hauser with his third main three up to 9. Missed shot by Washington. The rebound controlled by Cornette. He gave it away though. A turnover. Washington inside the post. Champagny scores the bucket. Really just kind of like a fumbling third quarter here with these turnovers that's happening right now. It's shocking for the Celtics that they're playing down to Washington in this third quarter. Nobody yet to take a timeout in this third. Tatum at the top of the key, working on pull one-on-one. Tatum playing the iso ball one-on-one. Jacks up the shot over Jordan Poole. Halfway down, no good though. It rattled out. And Washington with it as we approach the 5-minute mark left to go in a matter of moments. And they soar up and dunk it. It is Bilal Coulibaly who puts his team back winning 12. This Washington Wizards team will not go away, showing grit and fight here in this third quarter, back to a 15-13 advantage for Washington. .457 left to go in the third as Joe Mazzulla burns a timeout. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. We have over 200 plus watching. You guys, the real legends, MVPs out here to stream. Jason Tatum up to 19 right now. 12 points for Drew Holiday, who is the number 2 scorer for the Celtics. 11 by Porzingis, 10 by White. 9 off the bench by Hauser. Pritchard at 6. Jaylen Brown, tough game for him tonight offensively. Stuck with just 5 on 2 for 11 shooting. Man, Washington just will not go away. Kristaps Porzingis. Right heel pain, questionable to return, according to the Celtics Twitter page. Eagles beat the Steelers 27-13. Cardinals beat the Patriots 30-17. The Buccaneers destroyed the Chargers today 40-17. Broncos about to win over the Colts 31-13, and the Bills up by 13 at the Lions. They just got a field goal for Buffalo. It's 48-35 Buffalo with 2:03 left to go. Mikey, welcome back in. Yeah, Tatum is saving this team tonight here. 19 by Tatum, top scorer in the game right now. Bilal Coulibaly, couple big buckets he has made for Washington with 15. Jordan Poole's got 13 points, double-double by Justin Champagny, 11 points, 10 rebounds. Mike Vrabel tweeted out 2 hours ago. He put this on Twitter. The Titans made a mistake firing me. On Mike Vrabel's Twitter page. Top comment on that, 100%. Big woof this year from Tennessee. Oof. Porzingis is questionable to return for him, so he checked out towards the late stage of the second quarter, left to the locker room with right heel soreness for him. So he is questionable to return to the remaining part of this game for Porzingis. Porzingis has played in 7 games. He's gone to the locker room twice in those 7 games this season. Back to action, 79-67. Celtics with possession. Peyton Pritchard on the floor with Jaylen Brown, Drew Holiday, Sam Hauser. They'll try Neemias Queta for the first time on the floor tonight. Hauser comes off the screen, takes a 3, and we will have a Wizards foul here. That's on Jordan Poole. If that's on the shot, it'll be 3 free throws. If it's on the floor, it will be an inbound. And according to the referees, it will be on the floor as he was holding up Hauser trying to get around that screener. 79-67. Inbound for the Celtics. Jaylen Brown at the edge of the midcourt logo. Jaylen one-on-one working on Coulibaly. Switch to your guard by Poole. Gets towards the side of it. Jaylen jumper gets fouled. And 2 free throws will come up at the line here for Brown. Jaylen Brown, tough game for him tonight. Just 5 points. Has 4 assists, 3 rebounds. Jordan Poole with back-to-back fouls. So now that is his 5th personal foul for Jordan Poole. He has exited the floor, back on the bench for him as Jared Butler comes into the game to replace Jordan Poole. So Washington's in a lot of foul trouble right now between Jordan Poole with 5 and Alex Sarez 4. And Jaylen Brown missed the first free throw. Yeah, thanks for joining in. Addy, welcome in the stream. Fresh Socks 617, welcome in. Thanks for joining in here. Appreciate it. Charliso, welcome back in. Second free throw miss for Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown having a really tough game tonight here. Jumper by Coulibaly at the elbow, no good, rattled out. Offensive rebound, controlled by Bagley for Washington. Pull-up jumper from deep, off the mark, misfired by Champagnie. Offensive rebound over to Coulibaly. Celtics having issues boxing out. Coulibaly inside the paint, floats up the shot over Hauser, got to go for 2. Bilal Coulibaly with 17, it's a 10-point game. 12 offensive rebounds right now for Washington. Celtics with 8. Pritchard slides it on top over to Hauser. Hauser at the left wing perimeter. Into the hands to Pritchard. Gotta box out and gotta make free throws. That's not happening recently. Pritchard across the floor finds Holiday. Corner 3, Drew, no good as the shot clock rung out. Pritchard tried to tip it over to his teammate Queta, not in the remote area though. A loose ball turnover. Charge to Washington. Queta. Oh, what was that? That's a big U. He threw it away. It will go back to Washington. Neemias Queta came up with a steal. What are you doing, man? Trying to play dodgeball against one of your teammates? Just tosses the ball on the wrong side of the floor away as it went out of bounds underneath Washington's hoop. This is ugly. Absolutely ugly. This game should not be that close right now. Inbound for Washington. They're looking to find somebody on the inbound. No, they cannot. Queta comes out with an interception. Pritchard up the floor. Brown over to Pritchard. Kick out to the corner. Hauser slides it off to Pritchard. Pritchard dribbles up. Drives inside the key. Peyton Pritchard spin. Dish outside. Left wing. Hauser. Sam Hauser moves it off to Pritchard. Pritchard at the left wing. Pull-up jumper from the parking lot. He hits it. Bang, bang. Peyton Pritchard knocks down a humongous 3 for the Celtics. 82-69. PP is back here, folks. He's got 9, his third made 3 of the game. Straightaway 3. Coulibaly came off the rim. Short. Hauser collects the defensive rebound. Hauser and Pritchard. Both of these guys balling out recently. Pritchard, step back 3 in the air. Got another one. Oh yeah, PP. Bang, 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 bang. Knocks down another triple. 85-69. I told you guys at the beginning of the stream, go over 13.5 or 14.5 for Peyton Pritchard tonight. Right now, he's made 2 straight 3s in a row. I also said over 3.5 threes. He is knocking down lasers from the perimeter. 4 for 8 from 3. 12 points now, a plus 18 by Peyton Pritchard. Just like that, the Celtics finding momentum from their bucket. The walking bucket of Peyton Pritchard. This dude gets up earlier in the morning than anybody else. Cape Cod, Massachusetts. June, July, August. He is up at 4 a.m. balling out, running basketball camps, paying overseas professional athletes to come out to Chatham, Massachusetts to train with Peyton Pritchard over the summer. He pays overseas basketball players to come across the pond to go one-on-one in the summer against Peyton Pritchard. He pays those guys, and the investment make it off in a huge way. If you're doing a stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe here on the channel, and glad to have you guys all join in. We got a lot of people right now here poured in for 200 plus watching. Shabazz in the stream, welcome in. Michael, thanks for joining in. Raul, welcome on board. David on the channel, welcome in. Celtics with 5 guys in double figures, 19 by Tatum. Tatum's got 9 rebounds. 12 points each by Pritchard and Holiday. 11 by Porzingis, has yet to return since the late stretch of the second quarter due to right heel soreness for Porzingis. Questionable to return for Porzingis. $10 points by Derek White. Jaylen Brown stuck at just 5. Having a really tough game for him. Just 2 for 11 from the floor. Yeah, tough one tonight. So sorry to hear that, Westworld right there. Yeah, unfortunate night for Jaylen. Just not becoming a scorer tonight in this game. Yeah, he had that like 92-point game a couple years ago in the Pro-Am game. Just wild. You can get some just really good over Peyton Pritchard props recently for him because his numbers keep on floating around 13.5, 14.5 for the over-under player props, where he is averaging above 18 points per game in the previous 8 for him. Like, the last 7 out of 8 games for Peyton Pritchard, he has scored at least 18 points or greater. The only game that he didn't was the one against Milwaukee where he had 0. That was an off night for him, and then the next night he had 20-plus against Memphis on the following night. Anytime that Peyton Pritchard plays in the second night of a back-to-back, that's when he's most lethal and can burn opposing defenses for 20-plus. He's averaging 22 points per game on the second night of a back-to-back. Back to action, Celtics with 2 minutes left, up by 16. Holiday weaves his way inside a key. Holiday follow away, 13-footer, missed off the rim short. Rebound collected by Washington. Johnny Davis puts the ball into the hands to Carrington. Carrington flings it off to his teammate Bagley. Bagley, hook shot, no good, missed off the mark, tipped off the rim. And Cada picks up the foul as Bagley tried to tip it up. It was on the tip. This will be free throws to the line for Marvin Bagley III. Yeah, this is just one game, though, for Jaylen Brown. I mean, every player has an off game. There's also a fourth quarter that needs to be played as well. Like, for the most part this season, Jaylen Brown's been really great this season for him. Just tonight's been one of the rare nights that he just hasn't been playing well. Second shot at the free throw line, and that's no good as well. Skipped around the rim and out, so Bagley goes empty that trip. There's been multiple missed free throws. 11 for 19 for the Celtics, having a horrific game at the line, just 58%. Washington 3 for 5 right now at the free throw line tonight, and Bagley is 0 for 2. Pritchard running the point outside of Cada. Cada hands it off to Jaylen. Jaylen Brown with a 3. There you go. Right on cue. He makes one. 8 points now for Jaylen Brown as he knocks down the 3 ball. 9-zip run by the Celtics last minute 45. There's still a fourth quarter that needs to be played, so these 8 points can get swung into like 16 or 20 by the time this game gets over. Runner goes down for the bucket by Johnny Davis. Celtics with possession. Jalen jacks up the three at the left wing off the rim. Short rebound collected by Carrington for Washington. Down by 17 for the Wizards. Eurostep Davis, no good. Missed off the rim. Short tipped up around the baseline, and Jaylen Brown able to collect the defensive rebound. JB now with a possession. 8 points for him. Pritchard running the point now. Pritchard at top of the key. Peyton Pritchard dribbles up, drives right behind the defense, backdoor, no good, missed the layup. A rare miss there for Peyton Pritchard, as he knows, hands behind his head, that he blew that one as he was wide open, tried to be too crafty off of reverse hand layup and couldn't finish. Should have just finished with a left hand there. 12 points still for Pritchard right now. There was also a loose ball foul attached to that too, charged to Neemias Queta. So Johnny Davis will head to the free throw line in the bonus here. Will shoot 2 for Washington. .7 seconds left to go in the third. Johnny Davis, 2 free throws. First one is good. Yeah, hopefully this fourth quarter coming up, he will come through for JB. Best of luck there for Alex. And hopefully JB as well will come through for Wes as well for this one. The second free throw missed at the line for Davis. 16-point lead for the Celtics. 40 seconds left to go. Jalen, straight line drive. Free throw circle. Goes up, gets bumped into, and fouled. 2 free throw shots coming up here for Jaylen Brown. 34 seconds left. Brown will have 2 shots at the line. Yeah, Tatum's had a really good game so far for him. 19 points for Tatum, the leading scorer. And Jaylen Brown missed another free throw around the rim and out in his first attempt. Just having a tough night for JB. 0 for 3. Tatum's got 19. 12 each by Pritchard and Holiday. 10 by Derek White. Porzingis with 11. Questionable to return due to right heel soreness. Brown makes the second free throw. And Sam Hauser's got 9. Jaylen Brown just hit the free throw now with 9. 89-72. 30 seconds left to go in the third. Spin move, Koulibaly, guarded by Queta, blocked by Queta. As Hauser comes down with the basketball, Brown will slow it down. Shot clock is turned off here for Boston. Jaylen Brown looking for the last shot before the buzzer expires, or so will it be the third quarter man, Peyton Pritchard. We shall see. Jaylen Brown dribbles up to the elbow, crossover. Brown takes it inside the key, floats up the shot, got it to go. Jaylen Brown knocks it down inside for the 10-footer right before the buzzers. We close out at the end of the third quarter. Double figures now for JB. 11 points for Jaylen Brown as we close out at the end of the third. There we go, Jalen. Been a rough night for him tonight, but building confidence and getting on a late surge in the third so he can go off in the fourth. Alright, if you guys are new in the stream, keep on smashing that thumbs up tonight. Hit that like, hit that subscribe here on the channel. I cover basketball action, play-by-play, NBA, college hoops. I'll be back live on Tuesday night covering the NBA Cup Championship between the Bucks and the Thunder on Tuesday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Feel free to come on back for that one. Celtics got 6 guys in double figures. A really, really good balance for Boston. They're going to have 8 guys in double figures, most likely by the end of this game. 19 points, 9 rebounds by Jason Tatum. 12 points by Peyton Pritchard off the bench. He has drilled 4 threes tonight for Pritchard. 12 points for Jrue Holiday. 11 each by Porzingis and Jaylen Brown. Just got to 11. Brown's got 4 rebounds and 4 assists alongside 3 steals. 10 points, 2 blocks by Derek White. 9 points by Sam Hauser, drilling 3 threes. Luke Cornett with 7. And Washington, led by Bilal Coulibaly, 19 for him. Double-double by Justin Champagnie, 11 points, 10 boards. Jordan Poole's got 13 points. Wow, what a game. Buffalo and Detroit, 12 seconds left. That game actually just went final. Buffalo Bills picked up the win, 48-42, as Buffalo just beat Detroit in the NFL. A shootout in that game. Jared Goff went for 5 touchdown passes in the loss. Insane stats for him tonight. 38 for 59 passing, 494 passing yards, and 5 touchdowns, yet his team lost. Josh Allen, the NFL MVP top front runner, 4 combined touchdowns for Allen, 2 passing, 2 rushing for him today. Celtics by 19. 15 for 34 for Boston with a 3-ball. 28-15, they lead bench points. Derek White at the left wing perimeter. He's on the floor with Tatum, Cornette, Hauser, and Pritchard. Tatum, top of the key, jacks up the 3, no good. Skipped around the rim and out, tipped up to the smallest player in the gym, Peyton Pritchard. Offensive rebound off to White. 3-point shot bricked. Offensive rebound again by Pritchard. Crossover, step back 3 in the air. Came off the rim short, missed off the mark by Pritchard. Here goes Washington with possession. Up the floor, a lot of dribbling by Jordan Poole. Flings it out to the top to his teammate. Outside Sarr pushes it out to the corner. Over to Sarr here for the 3. Around the rim and out. Tatum collects the defensive board. Jason Tatum now with a double-double. 19 points, 10 rebounds. Hauser floats the pass off to Cornette. Cornette at the left wing. Handoff Hauser towards his left. Takes the 3. Off the rim. Short. White tips it off to Cornette for an offensive rebound. Slow start for both of these offenses. Pritchard. Baseline dribble. Pritchard. Off fake. Pritchard underneath. Dump off. No, as they got stolen away. Yeah, Pritchard should have went up for the layup. I thought he was going up to lay it up and in. He went for the extra dump off pass to Cornette and couldn't convert on that pass. On the outside, wide open 3 by Champagnie. This is Brick City right now. Nobody can buy a bucket as Washington misses 2 3-point shots. 0 for 4 to start off the fourth quarter for the Celtics. 0 for 3 for Washington. Derek White slows it down with possession. White, top of the key, has an opening, jacks up the shot. Off the back rim, no good. A rebound controlled by Washington. That is Gill who picked up the defensive rebound. And Jordan Poole gets bumped into and fouled by Peyton Pritchard, who picks up the reach-in. So Peyton Pritchard with foul number 2 tonight. Tatum and White with 3. Everybody else with 2, 1, or 0. Oof, JJ, welcome aboard. Not looking so hot for Washington. Down by 19. Down by 19 still as they blow a layup. That should have been an easy 2, but it was missed too strong off the glass by Jared Butler. Top of the key, Tatum. Tatum with 19 points, 10 boards tonight. Tatum, one-on-one playing iso ball with Sarr. Dribbles right past Sarr. Tatum attacks the rack. Tatum, no good, missed the layup. No call by the referees as he got pushed from behind, and the referees missed it. Huge rejection right there off the backboard by Luke Cornette with a block. Outlet pass. Tatum receives it from Pritchard. Dunks it down by Tatum with a 2-hand jam. JT with 21. Huge block there by Luke Cornette as he denies Champagnie off the backboard. And then Pritchard came down with a basketball, went for the full court outlet pass behind the defense, found Tatum right underneath the rim, who was able to dunk it through behind the Wizards defense and got fouled. So Tatum will shoot 1 at the free throw line. And the free throw is good. 22 points, 10 rebounds right now for JT. Celtics by 22. Washington with the ball. 9:20 left to go in the fourth. Gill. Handoff around the perimeter off to Jared Butler. Butler at the top of the key, defended by Derek White, 1-on-1. Butler dribbles up to the elbow. Dump off to Sarr. Runner inside the key. Missed off the back rim. Tipped off to Champagnie for another rebound. Champagnie with a major game on the glass. And the 3-point shot is good by Jared Butler. 19-point advantage for the Celtics. Julian Champagnie has 10 boards right now, 11 points, 10 boards. It seems like it's a whole lot more to White. Dump off down low. Tatum got the layup, backdoor for 2. 96-79. Jason Tatum is just so good, coming off 3+ days of rest. He did not play against Detroit on Thursday. He is averaging 35 points per game with 3+ days of rest this season. Open 3 is good from the perimeter there by Alex Sarr. Celtics by 18. Peyton Pritchard at the right wing. Towards his left around the perimeter, guarded by Butler 1-on-1. Moves on top off to Tatum. Tatum bounce pass behind his back. Hauser. Pritchard is open. Hauser off the up fake. Decides to take the 3 himself, but it came off the rim short. Derek White almost came up with it, but he was out of bounds though. Good effort though by Derek White. This will be Washington basketball approaching 8 minutes left. Wizards have possession. A lot of dribbling by Jordan Poole across the floor, floats it up to Butler. Butler down underneath, scores the layup pass. Pritchard off the pivot for 2. A 16-point game. Peyton Pritchard looking across his player prop tonight. He's got 12. Next made 3 would do so at 14.5 for his player prop to get him up to 15. Tatum off the double. Finds Hauser. Launches the 3 again off the rim short. Hauser stuck at 9 points, making 3 threes as Gill missed the layup, tipped around the key. Champagny rebound. Champagny triple team, shovels off to Sarr. Sarr high off the glass, tipped around. Battle for the loose ball. Tatum flings it around off to White as he comes down with it. 2-on-1 up the floor. White kick out, corner 3. Pritchard got it. Peyton Pritchard, bang, 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 bang. 15 for him tonight. In this game, it's his 5th made 3 and a timeout taken on the floor by Washington. 99-80. Peyton Pritchard again over his player prop. Like always, he is now over his previous 8 out of the last 9 games. Whenever you see the number at 14, take the over on Peyton Pritchard, especially against a bad defensive team. Big time again for Peyton Pritchard. Lights out. Keeps on covering every single game almost. This is what Peyton Pritchard has done since November 25th. Right before Thanksgiving, 20 points against the Clippers. Player over under prop at 10.5 for that game. Next game, Black Friday against Chicago. Player over under at 11.5. Pritchard drops down 29. Next game against Cleveland. Pritchard drops down 24. Next game against Miami. December 2nd on a back-to-back. That's Pritchard's specialty. He does just that. Drops down 25 against Detroit. December 4th, Pritchard drops down 19 against Milwaukee. Dud. Nothing. Next game. Next day after. Bounce back Pritchard drops down 22 against Memphis. Detroit rips in 8 threes against the Pistons with 27 points. And then today, just drilled his 5th 3 with 15. Over under on threes for the prop was at 3.5. Over under on points tonight was 14.5. Don't bet against them. If you keep on betting against Peyton Pritchard, it's like betting against Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. And that's exactly what's happening as this dude is taken off. As long as that number's around a teenage number for player props, like 14 to 15, just keep on firing Pritchard in there because he's capable of giving you 20 every single game, game in and game out for him. That's as easy as it gets for player props. It's just like Caitlin Clark when her number was at 7.5 assists every single night, and she was posting double-doubles night in and night out, and the number was at 7.5 and 8.5. And I kept on telling people, just keep on taking the over until it goes up to 10.5, because this is getting just darn too easy right now that Caitlin Clark's going to keep on racking up the assists. She's just such a gifted playmaker compared to everybody else that she's going to get double-doubles constantly. $99-80, down to 7 minutes left to go. Damn, I'm sorry to hear that was your rent money there. So sorry to hear that. Yeah, here's a tip for you guys. If you guys are out there trying to bet on sports or so, make sure to do it on a responsible budget or so. Very little or so. One of my good friends that does a lot of sports betting, he says that he does pizza money daily for him, which is around, he keeps to a budget of $25 or so. But yeah, I've seen people in the chat say that they bet their mortgage on this stuff, and man, especially these types of games, like anything could happen. That's just wild. It's definitely would not recommend that. Stick to a budget and be a very limited like a little percentage compared to what's in like the account or so. As I talked to a lot of like financial advisors, and they one of the shows that I produce, the guy who hosts that show is a financial advisor, and there's like, he talks about like a percentage rule for liquid that has to be kept into an account or so. Some of that percentage is on needs, some of that percentage is on expenses, and then others is for an emergency fund, and then just the rest is like daily liquid so that can grow. Missed jumper at the free throw circle off the back rim by Champagny. Celtics with the basketball as they're about to cross 100, the next bucket they can get. White at the left wing perimeter. Derek White, top of the key, lobs it off to Tatum. Tatum gets it, but we do have an offensive foul picked up, charged to Boston. And it will go back to Washington. Kind of been a very low-scoring game compared to what I thought it would be today. I thought that we would be in like the 120s or so for the Celtics final score, but this is going to go well under that right now. These are tough games to get, in my opinion, because there's like an extended days off. It's not like 1 day of rest like the typical NBA game slate that has like 1 or 2 games of rest sometimes in the back-to-back. We've got multiple days off, Thursday to Sunday, so there was actually, yeah, there were 2 days off. It felt like more, though. I think because the Celtics only play their second game within like a week span this week, that's why. But these games have been tough to predict because there's been extra days off in the week for these players to get rest since it's NBA Cup week. Derek White, spin move right to the rim. He scores with a left-hand layup. 101 to 80. Celtics by 21. Down low, that's just a circus type of shot by Jordan Poole, though a late whistle by the referees, and it's Keita who picks up the... No, it's on Sarr, actually. Alex Sarr picked up the loose ball foul. I thought that was going to be on Keita there in the loose ball foul, but it was on Sarr, according to the refs. Yeah, anybody who bets against the Celtics, here's as easy as it gets here. If anybody bet against the defending champs, the Celtics, the only advice I can give for you for this one, like, you don't even need to do any crazy, like, research and stress over it. Just look at the records. 20-5 and 3-20. Is there any world that the Celtics are going to lose this game? No. All you need to do is just have somebody hand you a sheet of paper with 2 records on it in parentheses, and just pick the better one. That's all you have to do. It's as easy as that. Washington drills the 3. Under 5 minutes left to go. 101-83. Celtics have it. White on the floor with Tatum, Hauser, Keita, and Pritchard. Yeah, coming out of this NBA Cup break, the thing that I've seen is that a lot of players have missed the over on their player props, and the reason for that is because these have been more defensive type of games that's happened recently. Tatum just scored a layup. Great move there with a left hand. He's got 26 right now for JT with 12 rebounds, the player of the game tonight. Wizards bury the 3. 103-86, 4:20 left to go. White at the right wing, slides it off to Tatum. Hand off White, spots up for the 3. Off the mark, no good. Tipped off the glass by Keita. Sarr controls the defensive rebounds. Yeah, just unfortunate tonight for Jaylen Brown. He hasn't even played in this fourth quarter either right now. He's been on the bench for this fourth quarter too. He was rolling late stage of the third, but I guess Joe Mazzulla decided just to not go with Brown here right now, as the layup is made by Washington. They cut it down to 15, 103-88 with a bucket by Carrington. We'll take a timeout on the floor right now. 3:43 left to go. So Jaylen Brown wasn't even in. He hasn't played at all in this fourth quarter. He has played 26 minutes tonight, but hasn't even checked in the fourth quarter. He had a couple big buckets late in the third, but Joe Mazzulla just didn't have him check into the game. That Lions-Bills score was a shootout. 48-42. 90 combined points as Buffalo beat Detroit. If you guys enjoy the content, make sure to smash the thumbs up. Hit that like button. Helps out a ton with this video being found on YouTube. Hit that subscribe as well. Ring that notification bell if you guys would like to join in for future live streams as well on the channel. And I really appreciate everybody for joining in. It's been a lot of people pouring in for this one. Yeah, a lot of people who's come out to the channel seem like they do like a lot of sports betting and stuff like that. I'm going to see if I can start to land sponsorships for the channel and start to target some of the sports betting sponsors to see if I can get like a promo code out there or something. Because I've been thinking about sponsorships recently. Big ups here to somebody who emailed me yesterday. I haven't been able to respond back to that just yet. I was out all day long and came back like 20 minutes before the start of this game, but big ups right there. I'll get back to you as soon as I can for that. Ren Jeff, what's good? Welcome in, brother. Really appreciate it for joining back in. Bucks against Thunder on Tuesday night. I'll be live for the NBA Cup Championship game on Tuesday. I'll probably put out my streaming schedule for this upcoming week on Tuesday. I'm out tomorrow night, so I will not be available tomorrow night. Let's see. I'm just going to dig into the schedule and see what we got this week for stuff. Tuesday night, in-season cup, OKC and Milwaukee. Oh, the NBA is off on Wednesday. I'm hoping to cover Celtics against Bulls on Thursday. That's on Thursday at 7:30. That's the next game for the Celtics. Celtics against Bulls on Thursday. Milwaukee against Cleveland. I'm probably going to cover that one on Friday. That's a fun game. That's on NBA TV, on national TV. And then most likely we'll probably cover Celtics against Bulls again on Saturday, December 21, depending on my schedule there as well. If I do stream that one, I might have my girlfriend might be sleeping over that night, so she might be in the stream or so, depending on our schedules or so. Back to action. Jason Tatum up to 28 points behind the defense, throws it down with a two-hand jam. Luke Cornett with an assist for the Celtics. 28 points, 12 rebounds by Tatum, the best player on the floor tonight. The layup is made by Jordan Poole for the bucket. Celtics by 15, and they can use clock right now. It's Tatum, White, Hauser, Cornett, and Pritchard, the five on the floor. Jaylen Brown is not out there right now, still on the bench. Hauser, that is pure. Knocks it down. Great stroke right there by Sam Hauser. Threes dropping throughout the course of this game, and Washington kept the possession alive as they flung it out to the perimeter. Celtics are 18 for 45 from three, exactly at 40%. A loose ball, it goes to Derek White down the near side. White will slow it down. Slides it off to Tatum with 28 points, 12 rebounds. Push pass to the corner off to Pritchard, into the hands to Tatum. Tatum, Capital One Arena logo, dribbles up, drives inside the paint, dish out to the corner. Hauser, extra pass off to White, takes the three. Right down the bottom, it's pure, it's butter. Derek White splashes it through. It's a big-time lead for the Celtics here in a timeout taken by Washington, up by 21. With 2:22 left to play, all Boston tonight as they'll get the W. That's some great ball movement right there. Tatum with a drive, kick out to the corner. Hauser to push pass off to White. And White with just a pure stroke from the perimeter and nothing but net sinks bottom. Derek White, 15 for him tonight. Celtics putting 7 players in double figures. Yeah, hopefully soon for Mr. Tops. Bobby, thanks for joining in. Appreciate it here for being back on the channel for Bobby. You guys, the Legends MVPs out here in the stream. And keep your head up there for JJ, man. Just keep your head up and think positive, brother. Yeah, big tip out to anybody is that if you do any like sports betting or anything, just make sure that it's at a very reasonable, like really reasonable that you're doing it. Like don't like know what your bank account is, and don't risk the entire or like a large percentage of an account. It should be like very very slim or so. Like it like I talked to one of my coworkers about what he does for sports betting, and he says that he when he wagers, it's like a couple times per week, and it's only pizza money that I'll do it for. So he'll put like around like $15-$20 like once every 3 days or so. Corner jumper is good from the perimeter. Yeah, I've had a couple people do that they have put out in the chat that they just bet their entire mortgage. That is a nada right there. Pritchard off to Walsh, who is on the floor. Same as Springer for the first time tonight. Cada and Tillman. As they're down to 150 left to go. Wide open dunk is thrown down for Champagny. Celtics looking really good tonight. They had 2 favorable games in their schedule and did exactly what they needed to do for those 2 games during Cup Week, was win those games against the Pistons and the Wizards, and did exactly right that. Minute and a half left to go. Spin move here by Pull. Pull with a right hand. Scoop score up and off the backboard. Good at the drop and the foul. Xavier Tillman picks up the shooting foul, and this will be one shot by Jordan Poole at the line. Celtics were a 17-point favorite as well, so that's not looking so hot here for those who picked the Celtics by 17.5. That's a lengthy spread. Yeah, really lengthy spread. It's now a 14-point game. Second shot, or the free throw is good by Jordan Poole. 111-98. Excellent teamwork for Boston, though. Like, balance is just such a key component. A lot of people were putting in bets on Jokic on Friday night to have like over double-digit rebounds, over double-digit assists, and 30-plus points, and that was not the case in that game, because here's my reasoning about what I've seen doing these streams in the last couple of days coming back from an NBA Cup break. These are more defensive type of games. Coming back from an NBA Cup break, there's been fewer players that's going under, or fewer players that's going over their player prop for their bets, because these are more defensive type of games, and these games that have more balance as well in them. The Denver Nuggets were one of the teams that really needed to get back to balance, because it was a one-man show with Jokic, for him basically carrying the team, and that's exactly what they did on Friday night in their win over the Clippers. And Jokic had a tough game that night, couldn't hit his player props for anything for points, rebounds, or assists in that game. And a big reason why is because other players like Aaron Gordon, Jamal Murray stepped up. And before that, those guys were missing time. They got injured and didn't step up. And then other players like Peyton Watson and Julian Strawther were stepping up as well. So from now on, for the next couple of weeks, Nikola Jokic's numbers are going to be crunched a lot smaller than they usually are. So instead of averaging around like 32 points per game, expect him to average around like 26, 27 or so for the next couple weeks coming out of the Cup break, because these defenses are fresh and they've had time to watch much more film and be able to get more film down about the Joker and see if they can limit him instead of playing every other night. And then a lot of teams are having a tough time limiting him, like the previous 2 before that game against the Clippers on Friday night. Final 10 seconds left to go. Runner by Tillman. Missed off the mark. Tipped off the glass. Offensive rebound control by Walsh. Pritchard. 5 seconds left. Sends the pass inside the key. Shot before the buzzer. No good, but it was a foul with 1.8 seconds left to go. So 2 free throws at the line for Jaden Springer. So 1.8 seconds left. Everybody lost against Boston. Well, I see that they're going to have a record of 21-5 in 1.8 seconds from now. They've played at 26 games and they've only lost 5. They're the number 3 team in the NBA behind the Cavs and the Thunder. The poor Wizards are going to be 3-21. Second free throw is good. The first one was a miss at the line. And this game will wrap up 112-98. The Celtics pick up another victory. They are rolling for Boston as they just keep on delivering. 7 guys tonight in double figures. It is all balanced for the Celtics coming out of the NBA Cup break. I'll be back once again on Tuesday night. NBA Cup championship game. Bucks against Thunder. Feel free to join in. Celtics will be back in action on Thursday against Chicago. I'm hoping to cover that stream as well. Big tip here for Thursday night against Chicago. Take Jason Tatum and the over. Jason Tatum's player prop, approximately around 26.5 points, most likely for Thursday night. Take him over is my prediction there for you guys, because Jason Tatum is averaging now around 33 points per game in the 4 games that he has played in, that he has had 3+ days of rest or greater. So if Jason Tatum's available, which he should be on Thursday night, take him over, because with lengthy days of rest, Jason Tatum gets his rest, recovering from his right patella injury, and he plays his best for Jason Tatum. Did exactly that tonight for Jason Tatum, coming off a good amount of rest. He did not play against Detroit on Thursday, and he was fresh as he went over tonight. 28 points by Jason Tatum, 12 rebounds, led the game in scoring. 15 points by Derek White, 15 by Peyton Pritchard with 11 rebounds and 6 assists. Great game by Pritchard, by the way. 12 by Drew Holiday, 12 by Sam Hauser. He looks good as well, drilling 4 threes. Pritchard made 5 threes, 11 points by Jaylen Brown tonight. Hoping that he can bounce back. He had a tough game, just 4 for 14 from the floor. Porzingis exited the game late stretch of the second quarter. He finished with 11 points for KP and 5 for 6 shooting in 11 minutes. Gregory with a dono. Let's get that dono hype for Gregory. Really appreciate it there for the dono. You the man, brother. Thanks so much. Really appreciate it from Gregory. Top scores for Washington. 21 points by Jordan Poole. 19 by Bilal Coulibaly. 14 points by Alex Sarr. 13 and 14 rebounds by Champagny. 11 by Carlton Carrington. Entire starting 5 finished in double figures for Washington. Celtics, just so much firepower, though. Boston, even though they missed 10 free throws, they should have won this game by much more. They were splashing threes. 39% from the perimeter, 18 for 46 from three-point range in this game, plus 5 in the glass, 56-51. This game had a ton of rebounds in it, and even though they had 18 turnovers, finding a way to win, they forced 16 turnovers. They took a 22-point lead, largest one of the night. They end up eventually winning by 14 in this game for the Celtics, generating 26 total assists on 40 made field goals tonight for Boston. Thanks all for joining in, being a part of the stream. And yeah, they also held Washington to under 100. So I believe that's the 4th time they've allowed an opponent to under 100 this season for the Celtics. They have done that recently. Clippers, Heat. They had their best game against the Heat from like a week and a half ago. I think the Pistons won too. They had on Thursday. They held Detroit under 100. And then this one, holding Washington to 98 tonight in this game. So a really good game tonight here for the Celtics, even though it was from time to time, the turnovers were rough. It was choppy from time to time, especially in the third quarter when they had a lot of issues trying to score buckets, but they completely controlled this game, even when there was times that Washington tried to get back in. Exactly expected from the Celtics tonight. Just take control of the game. Big shot here, big shot there. Exactly done. Peyton Pritchard made most of those shots to swing the momentum in the favor of the Celtics. Tatum as well. A couple big driving dunks. And he was great down low. Just Washington had no answers to stop Tatum off of entry passes down low for him today, as he was a machine scoring inside a low post in this Washington team. 28 points, 12 rebounds by Tatum, leading his team to victory. And really appreciate you guys for joining in for this one. Oop, I got to get off that fourth quarter off the board. I think we have gone final for this one. So yeah, this game has already gone final here for this. Thanks all for joining in tonight, being a part on the stream for this one tonight, and we will close out to the channel members. All channel members get a shout out at the end of each and every single one of my live streams. We got Jason, Bradley, Warren, Kelly, I Am Ghost, the Nija Player, Asia, Ice Ice Baby, Katie Russell, SGA Sports Talk, Lonely Satellite, Michael, John, Norma, Jonathan, Guido, and Mark. Thanks all for joining in tonight here. Celtics take care of business. They are now 21-5 this season for Boston. Washington drops to 3-20. Overall this year, taking care of business in a big way. Celtics now 10-2 on the road. Thanks all for joining in, everybody. I'll see you guys back on Tuesday night. That'll be my next stream for the NBA Cup Championship. Bucks against Thunder. Hoping to be back for the next Celtics stream against the Bulls on Thursday. Enjoy the rest of your night here and enjoy the rest of your Sunday.